What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Tsunami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. JP might have this new Dokkan Festival Trunks and Heart Disease Goku coming up, but guess what, global fans? We got an LR EZA. We got 30 Dragon Stones headed our way for two amazing EZAs. We are getting an LR Super Saiyan 2 EZA as well as a sub EZA for Omega Shenron. I originally wanted these both to be separate videos, but because my scheduling yesterday got screwed up because of an emergency, I was not able to get to this, so I'm kind of going to double up, and I'm going to go over both today on this video. The main portion, obviously, resorting to the Gohan. Secondary part will be for the sub-EZA for Omega Shenron. Not many people are as excited about this one. So let's start with the Gohan. Gohan LR EZA, you know the deal. He goes from int key plus 390% to an int key plus 4120 for all of int type. So our last LR EZA was the Bardock. The Bardock is part of the Neo 100, as my boy Habohai likes to call it. So the archetype for the leader skill is a little bit different. This is part of the Gen 1, the OG 90s, where they go from the 390 to a 4120. That's why you're looking at this instead of a split like the Bardock received. Then for the super attack, a simple fix, but very effective. The main thing that was plaguing this unit was defense. There was no defense in this unit's kit. Now there is. Raises defense for one turn, causes Mega Colossal. That is the only change from the original. And then for the Ultra Super, this one was just hilarious to me because this unit is built as a nuke, right? So for the 18 key, causes Mega Colossal damage and greatly raises attack for one turn. So what's stupid here is that the secondary part of the super attack promotes additional because you are greatly raising attack for one turn after the fact. So the only possible way for you to benefit from this part of the passive or the super attack is to have additional built into the unit. And since this is an int unit, you have an inherently base 5 dodge built into hidden potential system, not additional. So you could theoretically put an entire focus on critical and not have a single point in additional, meaning this second part of the super attack is rendered completely useless. So the only reason why you would want to do this is by increasing your additional side, but that goes against the very nature of the passive. The passive is a nuking passive, and generally speaking, you want to capitalize by doing as much damage as possible by focusing on critical. So attack plus 18% per key sphere obtained. Let's say you pick up an entire field. That's 23 or 25, 23, whatever. Combine that with a 20 critical. That's a lot of potential damage that you're missing out on. So yeah, I never liked the way this was designed. Now they pretty much fixed it. For the 18 key now, greatly raises attack for one turn, raises defense for one turn, causes Mega Colossal damage to the enemy. So now there's actually cause to put additional into the build if you so choose. For the passive, they just added defense plus 58, plus an additional defense plus 58 when performing a super attack. The nuking part of the passive didn't change. I was kind of bummed out about that. Attack plus 18% per key sphere obtained, plus an additional key plus 1 per key sphere obtained. I was kind of hoping for at least this to go up to 20%, but whatever. That's just how it is. So that is how the unit is built post EZA. We'll see how this unit functions. I have this unit at max length, so I'm ready to go. Let's check out the event now. So this is the event, and like with any LR EZA, it's going to be a little bit different, but the essential formula is the same. We are fighting an escalating event, each level getting more difficult than the last. Total of 30 Dragon Stones to be collected towards the end. There can be some missions, I believe. Missions, I don't know if they have missions for... do they have time attack missions for LR EZA events? I forget. But we are going to instead be getting 3 stones for the price of 1. So now we have 10 rounds. Each round is basically worth 3 normal Extreme Z battle rounds. Normally it would be a 30-round event. It is now a 10-round event, so they've basically given triple value to each one. So it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but you're getting triple the reward here. So 3 Dragon Stones, you're not losing out. The damage reduction increases every other round. So 60-60, 65-65, 70-70. 75 goes for 3 times. And then the maximum damage reduction will be 80 at round 10. Since this unit is an int unit, you're going to obviously want to be bringing physical for that type advantage. However, the weaknesses are a little bit different for LR EZAs. You have the legendary power link skill being the key for the extra damage, and then the damage reduction on your end happens when your units that you're defending with are in the Android Cell Saga category. So unlike the regular normal EZA format with just a category weakness, this one goes into more links and categories. So let's take a look at the Android Cell Saga category. We've got a lot of units here to choose from, And as you can see, there is no escalating damage reduction situation where STR becomes less effective over time or AGL becomes less effective over time. It's pretty tough as it is, so they're basically keeping all of that stuff out of here. You can pretty much run whatever you want in terms of Android Cell Saga. However, you should obviously keep in mind that the physical one is going to be better for you because, hey, it's physical, type advantage. So you could have up to 3 Android Cell Saga physical LRs here. You've got a bunch of other nice units. But if you obviously can't use just physical. You have to have some nice leads. Your Android Cell Saga lead would be the perfect cell. There's Kamehameha over here. We don't have Super Vegeta yet over on Global, nor do we have this LR Super Battle Road Trunks. But let's go over some potential team builds in my game right now to get your juices flowing, get you thinking about what possible teams you could be bringing yourself. By the way, before we go, these are the total rewards: 5 Grand Kais, 30 Dragon Stones, a full rainbow's worth of int potential orbs, as well as 45 rainbow medals for Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan. So let's go and check out the team builds. So for the team builds, I don't have all of them here, but this is one of the sample team builds that I put together, assuming you don't have all LRs for Android Cell Saga, which is possible. If you don't, you could try this. A full Androids team. For the Android lead, you could either have the LR51, this nickname Havohide. Literally, this is my favorite nickname that Havohide calls it. The reason why he calls it LR51, 17 plus 18 plus 16 makes 51, which is actually pretty cool. So LR51 could be your lead if you want to go with the extra key. Actually, wait, I think, do you get key plus 4 here too? Yeah, you actually do. So HP and attack 150, defense plus 170 for the cell as the lead. Here, it is key plus 4, 150 across the board. So actually, the cell unit is going to be your better leader skill because you get that extra 170% defense. So I'd actually put that unit as your lead, but then make your second friend unit be the physical LR androids, because that way you would have another physical LR Android Cell Saga unit to bring on the team. Not only is this unit good, but it can also support the same categories. So full androids, they all benefit from the support here, as well as the additional physical LR friend unit, and then the STR Android 18. And unfortunately, now that I think about it, this unit cannot be run alongside this one, because you cannot run units of the same name. So we're actually going to have to change this up real quick. So let's go to Android Cell Saga, Androids. Let's find a replacement. We'll just throw on this guy. This guy. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay. I don't know. Just throw somebody on there. Whatever. Blah. Oh wait, no, that's we can't run her. Blah. Run this one. Okay. Whatever. Fill up that unit with somebody else. Doesn't matter. Point is, you can't run units of the same name. The two cells work because this one is called Cell Perfect Form and Cell Junior. This one is just Cell Perfect Form. But the main duo that I wanted to focus on was Android 18 and Android 17. With their EZAs, this unit can massively, not massively, literally, but like, he can raise his defense fairly well, fairly fast. And then this Android 18 can also dodge, as well as do some pretty decent damage for a TUR. But the main thing is the dodge portion and the damage reduction. So you could get some nice stalling from these two units, considering the fact that you may not necessarily have all the right pieces for a full, complete team. So Androids is one particular option. Here's another version of it. However, here, we are focusing on the Android Cell Saga side, and I decided to bring the Piccolo. This unit is actually really good for this event because, generally speaking, LR EZAs are on the tougher side, so if you can actually have the ability to scout the attacks, that could be beneficial for you, because that could basically determine life or death in a certain situation where you don't want a certain unit to get hit, but you can avoid it with the help of Piccolo, who also raises defense, and he heals you when you are below 77%. Also, the physical future Gohan Super Saiyan, who I believe is getting an EZA of his own over on JP a little bit later. He is a great tank and a defensive option the closer you are to death. And it's not like you're going to be close to death all the time, because keep in mind, this Int Perfect Cell, who everybody hates, which is hilarious, now you're going to be seeing the benefit of him, because if you almost die and you're below 30%, he can bring you back up to full health. He's an instant item for you. So you can't use items on EZAs, you could use this guy, he's a free item. And then I've got my LR Trunks in here, who should be getting an EZA, same with this guy. You know, if you don't have all of these pieces, you could always throw on whatever ones you want. By the way, let me just show you, full LR Android Cell Saga is possible. That's free to play. Right over here. So we do Cell, then we do Cell, Androids, Trunks. We could throw in Gohan and Gohan. There you go. So there's your full LR team if you want to just go full legendary power Android Cell Saga. Obviously, the 3 physicals do most of the work, but everybody else is packing heat too, so should be nice. Now, for the last thing, free-to-play. This is the free-to-play physical team. We've got a full physical team, so type advantage is a thing. However, I don't know how well this is going to go. And in my experience, free-to-plays have not been too kind for me. I don't have the patience or the discipline like my boy Jay Fanta to sit there and deal with this for 5-6 hours. So if, I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But hey, shout out to Jay Fanta. All this does is proves once again why he's the king of free-to-play. But I'm still going to try it out. So this is my LR squad. 3 LRs on this team. Some nice healing for us. We've got Goku. If we fall below 30%, he will give us a full heal. We've also got a revival mechanic built in thanks to Master Roshi, who can also dodge. We've got some invincibility thanks to Great Ape, who can also stack. Autonomous Ultra Instinct can also stack. And Krillin is just here because Turtle School, why not? He also raises defense and attack, so whatever. So let's see how these 3 teams go. I'll probably mix and match. I'm probably going to stream this tonight over on my Twitch, so follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/toonrami, where I do some of the more responsible Dokkaning side of things, and I save my marquee Dokkan summons for my YouTube streams. So follow me over there for more Dokkan content as well as other stuff. But now, let's go back over to the Dokkan Wiki and take a look at the other EZA that is dropping tonight as well. Not just the LR Super Saiyan 2, but also the Omega Shenron EZA is coming back. Now, some of you might be confused by this fact because we've already had the STR Omega Shenron come back for his EZA. This event is done. But what's happening is we're actually getting a sub-EZA. And a sub-EZA basically is a unit who benefits from the same medals that are dropped from the older EZA event. Basically, if a unit is named the exact same thing, they're not going to make an entirely separate event just for that other permutation of that unit. If that was the case, they would make one for every single unit in the game, and that would be overkill for them because that's anti-business, right? Giving out 30 free Dragon Stones for every single unit doesn't sound like something they'd want to do. We would love it, but they wouldn't. So that's why they're doubling up here, and they're putting Omega Shenron Physical on the same event that the STR Omega Shenron benefited from. So let's take a look at the physical Omega Shenron right here. This unit is... I think this was supposed to... I think for JP, this EZA happened during Golden Week, during the GT units, GT Heroes units, which is why he seems so out of place here, because Global wasn't ready to get that at the time. But this unit becomes a physical bona fide leader, actually. Physical key plus 300%, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, and greatly lowers defense. Big improvement from the original. That was it. Just causes supreme damage, greatly lowers defense. For the passive attack and defense, all enemies defense minus 50, attack and defense plus 100%, defense and chance to perform a critical hit plus 7% per GT boss's category ally on the team, performs a critical hit with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So this is a nice little twist, because now you have a way to guarantee a critical hit, meaning you can actually focus solely on additionals, giving this unit more opportunities to temporarily stack by raising attack and defense more than once in 1 turn. Or you could even go the other route and just focus on dodging in case you don't like how this unit runs overall, but you're bringing him because of the defensive nerf. You need this guy as a good link buddy for your Omega Shenron, but you don't want this guy to get you in trouble. You could put more dodge on it because in the off chance that you get a critical hit thanks to this part of the passive, or maybe even this part of the passive by having a full GT bosses team, you could just take care of it that way. So I've built this unit with max additional in mind, and then the rest goes into dodge, because I am solely banking on this unit running on a GT bosses team or picking up 7 orbs. And actually, speaking of GT bosses, our GT bosses at the moment isn't the hottest in town, but every new unit that drops is an improvement. Currently, Global does not have the LR Shadow Dragons. That will come later. I actually don't know when we're going to be getting that. But yeah, we don't have too many outstanding GT bosses to run at the moment, but you can still run them on that team with Omega Shenron, and it should be pretty fun. So now, how do you run through this event? So like I said, since he's a sub-EZA, while this unit might be a physical guy, it doesn't mean that the event is going to be facing physical Omega Shenron. You're still going to be fighting STR Omega Shenron. That is how the event is, which means you have to bring a Kamehameha team, and over time, he gains damage reduction, unfortunately, to every single type except for AGL. So your best solution is to run an AGL Kamehameha team, which is great because the leading unit for Kamehameha is an AGL unit. And we've got a lot of nice pieces over here on the left. There's a ton on the other categories, or on the other types. But you've got plenty over on the left side for you to just take care of it yourself. Even some, even some extreme here, but we don't care about that. So now let's take a look at some of the teams that I have put together. Since this is all being done in one lump sum, I couldn't show all the teams that I have, but I'm showing you one summonable and one free to play. But I will show you how I figured this out myself. So if you guys want to do the same for some of you who are beginners, go to your categories, click on Kamehameha. You are LR, AGL, boom. These are all of the AGL Kamehamehas that I have in my box. And this was the team that I put together. I could have had the Gohan be the Kamehameha lead and had him go first. But instead I decided to put the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku because his leader skill gives 170 attack. Whereas this guy does not give me well, actually he does give 170 attack, but the defense I don't really care about. Since this is a standard EZA, I wanted to just give more offense and more health. I don't really care about defense. That's why I put this guy first. It doesn't really matter, but these are my three main attack dogs. I got the Super Saiyan 4, the Gohan, and I've got the Ultra Instinct with 3 supports who will occupy the third spot. I'm going to have 4 AGL LR Kamehameha units demolishing this guy, so this will not take any time at all. I have to basically run through older stages on this event multiple times, which unfortunately will cost stamina, but the rules still apply when it comes to same name updates. You still cannot run units with the same name, and as you can see here, everybody here is of a different name. For the free-to-play side, it probably might be a little more challenging. So I'm going to be bringing a Tech Gohan Goku kit, or what, you know, the SBR Gohan Goku duo unit for the 120% lead. I've got 4 AGL attack forces here. I've got the Coat Goku. I've got the Super Saiyan Goku free to play. And I've also got the Grandpa Gohan from the World Tournament. You guys may not necessarily have this one, but he's actually pretty good because when he dodges an attack, he gains an extra attack plus 120% on top of his already attack and defense plus 120. So he can do quite a bit of damage, but he has to have a Kid Goku either on the team or against him. So that's why I'm bringing this guy. He's not very good. I didn't even want to put points into his hidden potential until he gets an EZA at some point. So he's just kind of there for the sake of the Grandpa Gohan passive. And then I've also brought along this Goku Gohan for that additional 30% support. So these are my 2 teams. You can obviously put together way more stuff. There's a ton of Kamehameha options. You don't even have to restrict yourself to just AGL. There's so many other dominating forces on Kamehameha that you just don't have to restrict yourself to AGL. These guys can do so much damage that, you know, maybe you can just bypass the restriction, or at least do a little bit of damage. Like some of these guys can do damage against all types, so they can bypass the type barrier. So yeah, there's plenty more options than just running AGL. It's just going to be a lot more consistent. But hopefully these sample teams help put some ideas in your head for what is to come. Once again, tonight will be the night that we get these 2 EZAs. No stones are going to be given for the Omega Shenron in terms of the level itself, but we will be getting 30 Dragon Stones at least for the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Then, of course, there might be missions and whatnot that will give a little bit more. But hopefully you guys are going to be prepared for all of that so that you can have a good time testing out these amazing units that are so much better than Trunks and Goku over on JP. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below and let me know in the comments your thoughts on the team builds. Do you have any better team builds in mind? Anything that I missed? What do you think about these 2 units overall post EZA? Do you agree with my assessment about the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan needing a little bit more in the nuking part of his passive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.